The world stopped dead. Millions locked onto their screens as Ukrainian President Zelensky unraveled in a raw emotional breakdown inside the Oval Office, broadcast live for all to see. A leader broken and exposed on the global stage. But why? What pushed him to the edge? They say that Trump zeroed in on his Achilles heel, child trafficking and the adrenochrome industry, with evidence of his wife's involvement surfacing in classified intelligence reports, documents so damning they left even his staunchest allies scrambling for distance. Insiders reveal that Zelensky's got 30 days to spill it all. Names of the traffickers, VIP pedophiles and adrenochrome addicts. And the supply chains linking Kiev to Hollywood and DC. Will he spill the truth or carry his secrets to his grave? One thing is for certain, his fate is looking grim either way. Before we dive in, join the TPV free speech community over on Soju. Soju is a digital space where ideas and information can take place without any annoying algorithms or restrictive rules getting in the way of free expression. And sign up to become a member of the world's first ever cybernation that truly believes in life, liberty and the pursuit of your dreams. Visit joson.com and click the Join Us button today. It's completely free. It's Friday, February the 28th, 2025, and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky strides into the White House. The world watches, expecting diplomacy, decorum, and a leader desperate to sign a peace deal. Instead, he delivers a performance so brash, so unprecedentedly rude, that jaws hit the floor from Washington to Kiev. The press scrambles, analysts gasp. But maybe we shouldn't be surprised, because behind the headlines, behind the carefully crafted image of a wartime hero, there's a man with everything to lose if the guns fall silent. Let's face facts. Zelensky has shown time and time again he's not here for peace. He's brushed off deals, leaned hard into the fight, and kept the war engine running full throttle. The guy's so gung-ho about conflict, even Lindsey Graham is giving him the seal of approval.
I want to tell you and your people, you're the ally I've been hoping for all my life.
But why is he so determined to keep the war going? Follow the money. This isn't just about defending a nation, it's about a business, a big business. Hundreds of billions of dollars are poured in from foreign countries, grants, aid, weapons, and the US alone has shelled out $350 billion and counting. But here's the kicker. Nobody can account for where half of it has gone. Half. Vanished into a black hole of untraceable transactions, shadowy deals, and whispers of corruption so vast, it makes the military-industrial complex look like a lemonade stand.
But Ukraine is a young democracy with a history of corruption. According to the monitoring group Transparency International, it's ranked the second most corrupt country in Europe.
Bad news for Zelensky. It's not just Trump he's dealing with now. Kash Patel has read him like a book.
I've asked this Congress to investigate where has this money gone. The American people are owed that answer because it's our money. It's our taxpayer dollars.
And there's a lot of really good reason to be concerned because, the Ukraine was known as a, place of corruption, a place for money laundering.
Yeah. It's not like we sent $1 billion, as if that was even a small number to begin with, right? We've sent 100 times that to one country. I don't know how this Congress is allowed to get away with it. And Zelensky is out there. He went on the world stage and said Russia fired a rocket into Poland, which would literally be an act of war. Well, it turned out that Russia fired no such rocket. It turned out that the rocket came from the Ukraine and was fired into Poland.
But hold on, because that's not even the worst of it. Dig beneath the surface, and the whispers turn into screams. Allegations of a business far uglier than corruption and war profiteering. A business in lives. Kids, trafficked through the chaos of conflict, fueling a shadow empire so lucrative it dwarfs the aid scams. And now the cracks are showing.
What we're seeing in Ukraine is we're seeing a country that is, and everybody knows this now, there's no more hiding this. So why is Ukraine so important? Well, it's a hub for human trafficking. It's a hub specifically for child trafficking. It's a hub for narcotics trafficking. It's a hub for weapons trafficking. We know about our biolabs because Victoria Nuland said we had them there. I mean, we've always known that, but that's stated now publicly. And there's a lot of money just flowing into this country. And you say to yourself, where is this money going?
Whistleblowers, brave, desperate souls, are stepping out of the darkness and lining up to spill Zelensky's secrets. They know the stakes. Early last month, February 2025, one of them paid the ultimate price, gunned down in broad daylight on the streets of Kiev. A stark warning to anybody who dares to speak, as former British MP Andrew Bridgen explained.
I can send you the clip of one of them getting into his car and exploding. It's on security camera. I'll send it to you.
Yet still, the whistleblowers come forward. Why? Because what they're exposing is so monstrous, so unthinkable, that silence is not an option anymore, as Colonel Douglas McGregor explains.
If there is a fascist or communist right now in Eastern Europe, his name is Zelensky. And we know that because we know what his secret police does, we know what his state is up to, we know what he's done to churches, and we have an appreciation for the rampant organized crime in Ukraine, which is just shameless. The human trafficking, the disappearance of tens of thousands of children and women into the underworld where they're exploited and ultimately killed.
You know, there's another point here that I think your viewers need to understand. The UN indicates that somewhere between 50 and 60,000 Ukrainian children have gone missing. Now, we know what that means. We know the sick disease of pedophilia that is widespread in the West and the United States. We have open borders, and 2.5 million people have invaded this country. Some of them have come in with criminal intentions. We also know large numbers of women and children have disappeared in this process.
What started as a diplomatic scandal is now a question that echoes across borders. Who is Volodymyr Zelensky really? A leader? A profiteer? Or a kingpin in a game so dirty it's worth dying to expose? Buckle up, because this is where the trail gets cold, the stakes get deadly, and the truth, well, it might just shatter everything you thought you knew. Today's sponsor is pillsforever.com. If you think Big Pharma have your best interests at heart, think again. Under Biden, the price of medicine in America has skyrocketed, and there are certain medicines Big Pharma don't want you to know about. That's why I've partnered with pillsforever.com. All of their FDA-approved medicines are the cheapest you'll find anywhere. More importantly, you can order medicines that Big Pharma don't want you to have, such as ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and fenbendazole. Speaking of fenbendazole, not only does it get rid of parasites that live inside your body, there have been studies that show fenbendazole can help with cancer. Listen to this testimony of Joe Tippins, a cancer survivor, thanks to fenbendazole.
2 years ago, Joe Tippins says he was told to go home, call hospice, and say his goodbyes. The doctors were unanimous. He was going to die of small cell lung cancer.
Once that kind of cancer goes that far afield, the odds of survival are less than 1%, and the median life expectancy is 3 months.
Tippins says he got a tip, not from a pharmacist, but a veterinarian. And in his desperation, he turned from people medicine to dog medicine. Specifically, fenbendazole.
My insurance company spent $1.2 million on me with traditional means before I switched to a $5 a week medicine that actually saved me.
Get 15% off using coupon code People's Voice at the checkouts. Please click the link below this video or call 256-664-4170 to take advantage of this fantastic offer.